We are doing really well. So after watching our video on over 40 in information technology, someone called me after many years, and she is 40 years old and she's working as a Python developer in India. Very stable job, a very good company, a very good experience. But her question really shocked me. Let me even tell you the question. I'll also tell the question, like what she asked me. So she asked, like, am I slowly becoming irrelevant? It's not because she lacks skills, but I know she's a very skilled person, and because the industry around her is changing faster than ever. A lot of layoffs, a lot of people moving outside the company. So today I'm sharing the exact roadmap I designed for her, and honestly this applies to every Python developer above 40 globally, India, UK, US, anywhere. And this is not another motivation video, this is a survival strategy. And the point here is, again, I'm focusing from the Python developer role to a particular role. It's not going to be a beating around bush. And I know there is no one solution in IT, like in Marvel, like Doctor Strange. There are a lot of combinations, and I'm going to give one small combination. And if you are only still writing Python applications, you are competing with, yes, young developers, automation tools, and in fact the artificial intelligence code generators. And you know what, the companies are no longer hiring just coders, just Python developers. It's no more needed for the company. They are hiring people who can manage data, who can build platforms, who can build data platforms, who can lead the engineering decisions. So the upgrade path is very clear. All you have to do is, from a Python developer role, from a Python senior developer role, you are supposed to move to applied data engineer or to a data engineering lead. So talking about her current position analysis, my friend already has a Python development experience. She's a very hard worker, a very skilled worker, a very good analytical engineer. She has a very good analytical skills as well. She has got good continuous integration and continuous deployment pipelines, the CI/CD pipelines, what we all know, and the workflow automation. She did multiple deployments. She has worked on all the cloud. She has got a very good DevOps exposure. But this is very powerful. I mean, whatever she has got, but she does not need to restart her career. In fact, I even added the word, the compounding. Yes, all she needs is a little bit of a directional shift. That's it. It's very simple, right? She doesn't need to start from scratch, but rather she can actually compound her skills on what she currently have. So the future role that we are preparing for her is a applied data engineering leader. Why is that I'm navigating her from a Python developer to applied data engineering lead or a engineer? It's because the organizations now run on data platforms, not the applications. And it's not for everybody. It's for every retail, telecom, banking, and for consumer company who are investing heavily there, right? And this role survives the automation. And you know what people told me about in the last video, talk a lot about AI, but in this video I'm going to talk a different area, a different area. And this roadmap is going to be like for 24 months. It's not going to happen in like one single day, in one single night. So the phase one, for the first 6 months, there has to be a foundational shift. That is moving from a developer to a data engineer mindset. And for that, you need to learn deeply the following skills: the advanced SQL, which starts from the Windows functions, the query optimization, the data modeling as well. So all these advanced SQL skills. I know she must have got some basic SQL skills, but these are very mandatory skills. And then talking about the data engineering concept, she must know the ETL pipelines, the data lake, and batch versus streaming. So all these she must definitely learn. And then a very mandatory role, the Apache Spark. And then talking about the certification, she must definitely learn the Microsoft Azure Data Fundamentals, and that's a mandatory certification. And out of that, she can start building scalable data pipelines. And then talking about the phase two. So far, we just discussed about the phase one and the technology she has to learn and the certification she has to take. And then talking about the phase two, that is for the next 6 to 12 months, we are going to cover the cloud plus scale. So now transitioning into the enterprise system, and you must focus on Azure Data Platform. So when I talk about Azure Data Platform, it comprises of Data Factory, the Databricks, the storage accounts. And when she learn all these, she must be able to do the distributed processing, the pipeline monitoring, and the performance optimization. And talking about the certifications during this role, she must definitely have an Azure Data Engineer Associate. And out of this, she will become a cloud ready data engineer. And we all know everything has been moved to cloud and is slowly shifting towards cloud. Either it can be a private, a public, or hybrid, but still we are moving to cloud. And then finally, not finally, the phase three, the 12 to 18 months period time. So that's where the leadership layer begins. And this is where most developers fail, because the technical skill alone is not enough. Even though you say that I want to still travel in a technical role, it's no more going to be a software for us. So you must learn data governance, the GDPR and privacy principles, the architecture discussions, the stakeholder communication, and she must start doing, and you must start doing, that is mentoring juniors, start reviewing the code, leading small initiatives, not a big one, but at least a small initiative. She must start doing it. And out of this, she will start becoming, she is shifting from an executor to a decision maker. And this is in her phase three. And talking about the phase four, that is from 18 to 24 months, that is in the second year. And she must start preparing for the leadership roles, because already in the phase three, she has already started to shift towards that area, and she must start developing the team management, that is with a team of like 2 to 4 engineers. She must be already doing it, but still I'm just adding it, I'm reiterating it. And she must start building her engineering standards, DevOps optimization, data quality frameworks. And in this role, she must start doing for her certifications like Azure Solutions Architect. It's optional, but I would say that it's very powerful. And then she must start doing her Scrum or Agile certification. And the outcome of this is she will be qualified for a lead data engineer, for a data platform manager, and an engineering lead. So far, I think we have discussed about for the last like 24 months, and I have separated for every 6 months, and I have even in fact given what certifications she must do. So the truth here is, I will say it's a global truth. That's very important, because in India, many believe that developers disappear after 40. And even I have even got comments in my first video that many say that there are no more developers after 40, and they were like pushed. But that happens only when your skills stay static. Yeah, you definitely have to move. But in UK and globally, engineers above 40 are like valued, because they evolve into platform owners, they evolve into architects, they become technical leaders. Again, I know people will come to my comment section and say it doesn't happen in India. But you have to accept the reality. Age is not the risk. The skill stagnation is the risk. So finally, I'll have to give a message and then I have to close. I have taken a lot of time from you. So if you are a Python developer and if you are at 40, please do not panic. All you have to do is get prepared. Do not switch randomly into any artificial intelligence hype. Don't pick any AI related roles, but instead choose something that is specific. So start building the depth, start building your knowledge, start building your own data platforms, and start moving towards the leadership, because the future does not belong to people who code faster. As I told you, there are a lot of AI tools to do it, but it belongs to people who understands the system better. And this roadmap that so far we have discussed for the last 24 months, the 2 years of roadmap, is that can actually realistically transform your next 10 years in information technology, and I can promise that. So if you want, next I can give you more information on this. Thank you so much for watching this video, and see you all in next video. Until then, bye bye from us and one of my favorite Little Sra YouTube channel. Take care and bye bye.